It is time to say goodbye to a man who has made Blizzard what it is, the guy behind the voice of Green Jesus, Chris Metzen. Chris Metzen has been the guy behind Warcraft franchise, Blizzard games in general, StarCraft franchise, Diablo franchise, and voiced so many of all the favorite characters such as Thrall and Nefarian from back in World of Warcraft, the good old days, like vanilla late, like that early. And I mean, the guy helped write a lot of these games and how the story would go. He helped design some of them. The guy was also just a really well-known face for anybody who was around to see Blizzard succeed. He was one of the guys to help introduce most of the games, and it is going to be weird having somebody who's been there from the beginning take a retirement pretty early. I mean, the guy has the opportunity to retire at, what is it, 42? And it's crazy. And I just want to talk a little bit about it. I started playing Warcraft games way back when I was a kid back in Russia. I had no idea how to speak English. I'm pretty sure the games that I played for Warcraft were all in English, and I was just going with it because the story and the characters and the colors and the animations drew me in. I was pretty crap at the RTS version of Warcraft, so I would use the cheat "Who's Your Daddy" in order to get past everything, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys have used it as well. But the story that I got out of it, oh, it was awesome. And as I was learning English in my Linguasium, which is what we used to call our schools, I was able to understand more and more of the story. And I eventually figured out there's Russian subtitles for the game, so I didn't really have to sit there and listen to the English voiceover, so I could at least understand it little by little. Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, all these games are the games that I played back in the day when I was a kid, and I had no idea what the hell games were. Hell, in Russia for the longest time, I had a PlayStation 1, and I wasn't really on a whole big game hype, but my cousin had a PC, a really old one, but it was able to run StarCraft, it was able to run Warcraft, and it was able to run Diablo, and I got involved in some of these games. We even had internet cafes back in the day, back in Russia. They probably still have them in Europe for all I know. I don't see that many here in US. I haven't really been outside of one city, but you would have thought that maybe like in bigger cities they're more common. I digress. Back when I would go to internet cafes, and me and my brother would get on two PCs for like what was it, 30 minutes or so, because our parents didn't really want us playing video games that much, and we would get us Diablo characters. We would go as usually Necromancer and Berserker. I think I usually went Necromancer and my brother went Berserker, and we would just try to solo to duo the first level, the first zone. I remember like Diablo 2 I think had like 5 different zones. We never got past the zone 1 ever. We never were able to beat the first boss, but this was just one of those games that me and my brother played. We had no idea of the concept of games. Hell, we didn't even know what games we liked. We just played Blizzard games. Blizzard games have always been a part of my life, and in some way, Chris Metzen has been a part in many of our lives because he helped write some of the parts for these games, voice some of the parts for these games, and seeing someone like that just leave the company, it's crazy, especially with the fact that Legion came out and it's actually doing really good, and it's like, oh, it's so good, oh, Chris Metzen is leaving. It almost makes me think of, hey, what if somehow Chris Metzen is leaving because Legion might suck in the end. It's just like, well, I'm done with this company altogether. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just some of the thoughts that I had in the background just happened as soon as I found out Chris Metzen is leaving. But he did say that he is going to stick with Blizzard in terms of voicing some of the favorite characters in the game and contribute to the work, but he isn't going to be any of the writers or any of the major roles in it. And I guess in some way, it is good to get more people, more new people on board on the writing team and to figure out the story and where it could go, because we don't have this predefined story of previous games in order to expand on a game like World of Warcraft. Let alone with Overwatch with its whole new story, or maybe Hearthstone and wherever that goes, Diablo and the original story. Like, there's just so much potential for Blizzard to continue with the games that they have and basically pull a Legion out at any moment. So far, all the games are pretty good, except I haven't seen too much of Heroes of the Storm. As far as I know, StarCraft is basically like dying because RTS is just not as fun, but for the most part, all the other Blizzard games are doing really well, if not sitting exactly like on the top spot of Twitch, although most of them are sitting pretty up there. It is really difficult to trump a game that's free to play and has such a wide audience as League of Legends, but Blizzard has been very successful in the past, and I just want to say thank you so much, Chris METZEN, for taking the time out of your life to help support this project that I was able to play through. And your games and your participation in the games that I played have inspired me to become the man I am today. The guy that's going to college and can't stop playing World of Warcraft like some sort of crack addict. So thank you so much for supporting my dreams of being able to make YouTube videos and call myself a crack addict of WoW. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to make a video talking a bit about Chris METZEN leaving and just some of my own personal thoughts on it. I'm gonna go to sleep because it's like 12 in the morning at a class. So I'll see you guys in another video.